That's the worst. To see your child laid out on the internet.
When was the first time you knew it was real out here for you?
Shit, when I got shot at 13, the first time.
I just lost my babies 2 months ago.
Oh,
two
man.
months ago. The people they found in the lake, my daughter, my son, and my baby mama 2 weeks ago.
My daughter is Denaja Dupree Staple. She was murdered on July 28, 2024. A car pulled up with 3 guys. They got out shooting at an individual who was outside, and they hit her, and she was shot 3 times and died at the hospital. I mean, she just wanted to be an 18-year-old and have fun. I mean, she was going to school to be a nurse. She was about to go to college.
You know, my son wanted to play basketball and all that, you know, coming from school. You know, went to his mom's house, so he went out that night and, you know, just caught a bullet and, you know, so he been paralyzed ever since. Champaign fucked up.
It's hard for you to say I choose the right way when you ain't been exposed to nothing but what you around every day. When I was 18, I ended up catching a murder, but it was, you know, rude self-defense. You know, it was a shooting between the 2 of us, man, and I was the one that ended up surviving.
Even though he did what he did, what if Sean would have got his on first?
People don't know how much power it takes to kill somebody.
My son is Rashad Weatherall. He was killed October the 4th of 2022. He was not in the streets, never have been in the streets.
Her son was killed in the same place that he was shot.
All the mothers, we are experiencing the same pain.
Same heartbreak.
You say you got shot at work?
Yeah, I got shot at work. I used to work at Mach 1 gas station.
To bury 5 kids in a lifetime, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
My son was killed due to gun violence June 19, 22.
And unfortunately, I got into the funeral home business, and I probably done buried probably 50 of the babies that I used to grow up and give them their first haircut.
To this day, it's been 5 years since my son been gone. And because of my voice, it's like he just left here yesterday.
I don't want to see our black kids going to jail, and this is where they end up at. I wish it could have been stopped.
Look! This is the eye of the trenches!
2 little kids got shot. One of them died. It was 4 deaths and 4 people.
Right over here?
Yeah, this playground right here. Carpenter playground.
This is the playground you grew up at?
Yeah. So this one of the blocks. That's where that happened there, man.
So you say what happened right here, fam?
It was like 8 people got shot. 4 died, 4 survived. A little boy, 2 little boys got shot, but one of them, he passed. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And right there is where the 7 people got shot in the house.
Wow.
4 did and 3 survived in that situation.
Wow. Right here on 62nd and Carpenter. This all like 1 block radius.
62nd and Morgan, and 61st and Carpenter where the playground at. So like, you know, it's crazy because we used to be in war with, you know, I don't even want to really throw no organizations out there, you know, but we're 1 block away from each other. We right there on 61st and Carpenter, and these brothers right here on 60th and Carpenter.
Wow.
You know?
So it's literally a 1 block radius for real.
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy, man, because we all really kind of grew up together, but it was that division because of the gangs. But now today, we all cool, you know, and trying to do something to better the community and to bring love back into the community. This community, man, used to be lively, man.
This is Inglewood, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Is this West Inglewood or regular Inglewood?
No, this is Inglewood.
Okay.
West Inglewood on the other side.
Okay, cool.
Or Damon.
So is it the difference between West Inglewood and Inglewood, you think?
I mean, it's just it's still Inglewood. It's just West Inglewood. You closer to Western.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
okay.
you know.
Was this always the police department right up here?
Yeah. This has always been a police station here. Actually, this where my restaurant was cooking fast food and more. It was right here.
Oh, you had right on the block. Okay.
Right here, this corner one right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So
riding through the town.
Yeah.
Bro, it seems like it's more abandoned buildings than anything over here, bro.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what's so crazy with all that used to go on around here, and with all the division, and now within the Brotherhood, guys still not getting the picture and coming together and buying up the community like they should. You know, you got some guys that's doing it, but if they gatekeeping information and the know-how, then you know you can't pick the next man up. So, yeah. So actually, the situation that I was telling you about, that the brother and I be speaking on, you know, it happened right up here on this block.
Wow.
I just showed you how close our blocks was, but this was a block here where everything happened. Well, we grew up around each other and under this guy here, man. You know, it's one of the neighborhood uncles in a way. You know, always been there to pour positivity off into us, man, and that taught us a lot.
Absolutely.
Over the years. Just to get to it, we kind of, this 61st in Carpenter, so this would be one of the blocks I grew up on, and my brother here, they were down on 60th in Carpenter. Don't want to speak on no organizations, but we was on different sides of the fence.
So one block away was a different whole different...
Across the street.
Across
the street, man.
But you know, to go a little further back, when he was probably a kid, my family should stay right here across the street in the first floor.
In the building where Dog White them stayed?
In the first floor. That's where Sean them stayed at. Sean, yeah.
Oh,
So we've been down here playing in the playground for all my life. So it ain't just been, it got pretty much separated like that, but it was never like that. We all come up together. Vic and Dad, we all come up together. You know what I'm saying?
So when did it go sour for y'all hoods?
You know, really I think when we started making it late 8th grade, high school times, you know what I'm saying? It really became a split with some of the older guys.
Yeah.
And it's like we was all still friends, but as we got older and started doing different things, guys started going different ways.
So it's like y'all started inheriting the wars in a way?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, not so much we inherited. They pretty much used us to fuel it. You know,
wow.
A lot of things had settled down, and it's like once guys start choosing different sides, a lot of that just fueled up, man. So it was, you know, like you say, not to speak on no organizations, nothing like that. It was just guys in different tribes, and we was all family.
100%.
And you know, it
was just that division brought about in the family, and a lot of trauma and turmoil happened within that division.
Ain't no fun when the family feud.
And like I say, we was all intertwined.
Yeah.
All intertwined. You know, even his big brother, may rest in peace. Man, when he was a shorty, and we stood right here on this corner when Dion was working in the school security guard, and we used to talk about, you know what I'm saying, KG, and he was just a little badass Mark. And
wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, what up, George? So yeah, we was all intertwined, man, and you know, we just somehow, some way, man, we let that come between us, man, and it happened.
So can y'all break down y'all story of forgiveness? Cause this what this about is forgiveness.
started. So, well, because, well, I don't know whether y'all was your cousin, but y'all was like brothers.
Yeah,
Grew up like brothers in the household.
Yeah.
And so you know, we his cousin Sean was more my age, around my age. They're a little bit older than me. But I don't know, we had a situation where not to get into the details of why it happened, but we you know, it was a shooting between the two of us, man, and I was the one that ended up surviving, you know. Unfortunately, he didn't survive, and you know, that brought even more division amongst us for sure. You know, I don't know. I remember. Do you mind? Remember right here
when I first saw you?
Yeah. So it was like. It actually was September 11, 95. But 96, after I got probation for the gun because it was rule self-defense.
Wow.
We both was, you know. Bro had seen me right here for the first time, and
pull up the block right here. Y'all got a church here.
Yeah, man, and you know, he coulda
took it there with you.
Well,
yeah.
You know, so it was a blessing because at the time the police was hot.
Yeah.
So we all had one stash. And one thing about back then, nobody never told about the stash under the seat.
Right.
No matter how much we was into it with each other, nobody never told about that stash. But for some reason, I didn't have it on me. And I'm coming down the block, and I hadn't seen them.
That was the first time.
First time, and I looked, and I saw him, and I go across the street and run up on the sidewalk. It was a church there. Run up on the sidewalk. And I think Cadillac was out there. A few of the older guys was out there, and I jumped out the car. But it was a blessing, because if I'd have had it, I'd have started shooting.
Damn.
But then I'm talking about people was everywhere in the playground. It was just full out here. So it still would have been a loss. But if I'd have had it, I probably would have did it. Just off my, and like I said, like you said, we was cousins, but that was my little brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then at that time, it was just like, it wasn't, because it could have been one of those, get any one of them dudes down there, because, you know, a lot of times that's how it go.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that mentality. I wanted, you know, who did it. And then, I never had a problem with them, you know what I'm saying? But when that situation happened, yeah, it could have been bad for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But they talked me down.
Go ahead.
He talked me down. I got back in the car, pulled off, but you know, it was a blessing that didn't happen, and we here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it was times, well, we was both spared in situations that could have went you know, for the worst. And one of the things that I didn't know I needed to hear, but it was medicine when we had a conversation, I think right here at this corner. And he was saying, you know, it was just rough seeing you for the first time, you walking around and he not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So he like, but doing something to you is not gonna bring him back. You know what I'm saying? So we had you know, just decided on peace at that point.
So I'm gonna give you a story where brought me to that point. When right here in the same corner, my little cousin who got killed, they came down here and did a shooting. And Marquise got shot.
Yeah.
They was right here in the playground. He got shot. Where he fell up? Down here?
On the porch right here on Avenue.
So he got shot down here. But he ran up the street. He got shot in the leg, but he hit an artery. He bled out. Now the ironic part of that story is Marquise was down here. His old man was down here. But I'm saying he was affiliated with down here.
Yeah, the daddy.
But he always stopped down there with us because we was all still friends. Now he had just left from down there on Morgan and came down here. And when they came and did the shooting, he got hit. Wasn't intended for him. He was a friend, but he got hit. Out of all people, not to say nobody else should have got hit, but he got hit. But at that time, Marquise' cousin Donnell was with me every day. We shot every day. We was all family. Now his family was upset about that.
Right.
but we still was friends. You know what I'm saying? They didn't understand it, but we were still friends. So when Sean came home, you remember John, Marquis' brother John? John got killed. Yeah, so his brother, he got killed. Yeah, so John, Andrew, you know, so John was mad. He was mad, which he had a right to be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, over time, he forgave Sean. Donnell never held it against him. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, they was able to forgive, and it was like, even if somehow, who gonna win behind that? So I had to take into account, grab myself in the collar and understand, like, even though he did what he did, what if Sean would have got his on first? No matter what, it's still a lose-lose situation. So, and this is the first time we ever talked about this, because a lot of people don't even know, if you got to be from around here to know this. So a lot of people don't, they'll see me and him together and never would think that this situation even took place. You know what I'm saying? But I had to grab myself in the collar as a grown man and understand a lot of things happen out here should have never happened.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? I couldn't hold it against him because, like I say, he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? He was protecting himself.
So he lived right there, and I literally lived on the next block right here on Elizabeth.
Dang.
So, you know, we was young though, man. Didn't know how we was hurting ourselves or our families with the actions, man.
Man. At least y'all made something beautiful out of an ugly story though, you know?
Yeah, man. Cause it was rough for a while, but that's why, like I was telling the young man down there, I didn't know I needed that forgiveness from the family, but receiving it, man, it was one of the biggest gifts. Cause it helped me to forgive myself and free my mind, man. So I was born and raised. They tore the house down. We still own the lot right here.
Oh dang, you can grow some food right here or something.
You know? But we yeah, so we still own this lot. But this how close we were living together, living right, you know, on the next block from each other, and then yeah.
So is this y'all school?
Yeah, George Gershwin.
It look like it's tore down.
Yeah, they closed it down when they started shutting all the schools down in Chicago.
Wow. So what school the children be going to now? You don't know?
They scattered out.
Oh, wow. That create more division too, because now the children ain't growing up in the same schools with each other, really learning how to bond with each other, interact, nothing now, you know?
And then, like Inglewood High School and Robeson, you know, it was either one organization was at Inglewood, the other one was at Robeson, and you'll have a few guys that were scattered in between the two.
Yeah.
Every year would turn over to make sure, you know, the one side was able to protect theirs or whatever, and now they tore those schools down and got everybody in one building.
Wow.
So not only is that causing division and dropout rate to rise, but now you're putting the youth at danger that's not supposed to, you know, be in that area.
So it's like Cook County Jail in the school.
From that situation made me pretty much have a different outlook on life. And so I forgave him for that. My auntie was still mad, but she had a right to be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in the street, so I understood certain things, you know what I'm saying? So when me and him did have that conversation, I know he probably was still a little leery, because, you know, like, shit, I still got the... And that's
then all your sisters, you know, man, they embraced me with love, you know, before you was able to, you know what I'm saying, and forgiveness. And me and Lil Steve had a great relationship, so he was coming back from college, he stayed at my house over there, and I would be at the basement at y'all house, and you know what I'm saying? And just to tell Webster, it was a little funny telling it now, right? So we went on a family reunion. Remember, I went on y'all family reunion that time.
It's crazy, right? But
And so we went to water park in Indiana. And we up on this water slide about 100 feet in the air, right? And so now it hit me. I'm like, I'm looking at him and Mike, and I'm like, they up here swollen as hell too, right? Everybody like, man, that's a long way. I'm like, I'll go first. I got up out of there, man. I'm like, let me get down. This too high up, man. You know? But I felt the love from the family and the forgiveness. It allowed me to forgive myself. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know I needed it, so it was medicine, you know, because in that ignorance and in survival mode, knowing that even when we were straight, there was still some of the guys from down there that still felt the way they felt, you know? And so...
so there's so many steps to it in a way.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, and with that forgiveness came an opportunity for him to get to know me for who I am and who I matured to be. And in the process of me getting to know him, this brother, man, before a lot of these guys who doing neighborhood work now, been pouring into the shorties.
Absolutely.
Been about peace and building up. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the event. I never would come to it. I think I came over there one time towards the end when you do the game up there at Bill.
Yeah, we used to do it every Sunday.
Yeah. So like, man, it was you know, just as I matured, I was able to see him for who he was, and man, always been a great brother.
Absolutely.
And it's just a blessing we where we at today, and you know, I embrace him as a brother. You know,
100%.
So you know, like, never would have thought in a million years that Lil Mob would be doing what he doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So any of them kids, if they had any idea who he was, like, this is, like, we all talk about it all the time, like, LM doing what? But you know, life had them times, man, when you take that turn, you know what I'm saying? And he took that turn, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm not really one to do no talking in front of the camera. Really don't like taking too many pictures, don't have a social media presence. But to support my little brother and whatever he doing, any endeavor he doing that can help push him forward, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make sure I can do my part and letting him go further. Like I said, we never discussed this.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We never discussed this publicly.
So I just gotta say this, big bro. You know, y'all about to save so many lives with this story right now. Like, a lot of lives about to be saved.
Because a lot of guys feel like they can't let certain things go, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, a lot of guys just across these streets, and we ain't talking about with the rest of the community, just the back and forth we had to go through just right here, just on these 2 blocks. Like, okay, who won?
Damn.
So you keeping count. You got numerous of guys in jail and dead. Same thing down there. But then some of the guys want like, geez, you come home, you did 20 years, and now the same guys using tour, we got family with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it should have never happened, but it happened. So we can't worry about that, but it's like nobody wins. So and it's hard, because, you know, at one point I never, man, fuck LM. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that was my mentality, you know what I'm saying, at that point. So, like, I understand when Shorty's like, man, it's on forever. I ain't never, you got to have that change of heart, you know what I'm saying? But
something got to change in your life too, though.
Yeah, for sure, because it just don't happen like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I just thank God that I was able to find myself, find that peace within myself, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to find that peace with my brother, man. So like I said, anytime he ever needed me, you know what I'm saying, I was there. So it was never about no, if anybody know me like he do, I never was, even though I was from a so-called different tribe, I still had love for everybody. Like, I ain't never, like, if I'm approachable. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care what it is, you know what I'm saying? So.
And if something happened, he would have been the first one to be down here trying to make sure we get his squads to handle. I remember when the incident with me and Skeeter.
Yeah. What we going to garage? What we going to garage back here? Yeah. Me and you, Skeeter Smooth. Yeah. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with that, like I said, we all come up together. Like me, Smooth, you probably don't even know this. Me, Smooth, Vic, Tony, Sean, we used to go get in a Smooth car, go to the plaza, go shopping together. Like before any of that. Like we all used to dress alike. Only difference is we went to Inglewood, Smooth went to South Shore. We used to all go to get the NWA phase with the khaki pants and the flannel jackets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we always been friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's just when things start happening, it start pulling apart. Even when Sean died, Vic said he was coming to the funeral. Everybody advised him against it. But that's the thing, if you know me, you know. Like, that's still my brother. Like, I ain't got no problem with you, and ain't nobody else gonna have no problem with you. Vic came to the funeral. You know what I'm saying?
I even asked you that question when Lil Steve passed. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because dealing with death in the family, and just me being there could awaken somebody else.
That was already gone. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But you never know how somebody feels. So out of respect and the love I got for the family, you know what I'm saying? I definitely asked the question.
But my word is my word. And you know that. Like if I tell you, man, you good, you good. Like I ain't gonna. Because my thing is, if you come somewhere I am, and I give you my word, and if somebody with me got a problem with you, they got a problem with me.
Absolutely.
Because if you come with me, you leave with me.
100%.
That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't carry it like that, but that's how I was raised, and that's how it goes. So, like I said, at this point in time, man, we commend him for everything he's doing down there. He doing it down there. He doing it here. So we come down there to support. Whenever I call him, he hop in the car and take that couple hour ride to get down.
Peace and blessings, family. Where we at?
We in the hood right now. We in the Downs right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Champaign, Illinois.
Who I got with me, man?
Tutu. We got Tutu right here. And we got Fonam right here.
EBKG Newski, man. Oh, Fonam, man.
And what area is this? I don't know where
This the Downs.
The Downs.
What you say? Where we at?
This the Downs right here.
Yeah,
it be decent.
But now I'm sitting at this table to where my son is no longer here. And if y'all Duck fans and listen to Duck, y'all kind of know his music was different from the people who he was into it to. And he kept it strictly on wax. He kept his beef with them strictly on wax. Okay, I'm not saying it was capping his rap and all of this and that, but a lot of stuff he rapped about, it was some either he seen or he know who went through him per se. I don't know. I could be just talking, but I know he wasn't hopping in cars sliding on people for the vengeance of other people like that would bring them back. They knew better. And he knew that other mothers would be in the same position his mom is. See, I just let God work for me. And if y'all been watching my story since my baby been gone, everything that has been happening and is still happening is all due to God. None of my hands, none of my nothing. I just let go and let God. And y'all mamas, if y'all can, do her a favor. Get, like my son was really rapping to get his mama out of situations like this. You know, he done seen his mama beat shit that would have broke any other normal person down, like drug addiction. I'm coming up on 18 years clean. You see what I'm saying? I lost 3 kids clean. That didn't make me want to go back to using. You know what I'm saying? So when you just allow God to use you, because death is certain, y'all. We all got to go one day. But you would rather be old with your grandkids around you and telling them stories and pass on like God wants us to do. Not in the street, not your mama getting a knock on the door, not you hearing about it on the internet first. That's the worst. To see your child laid out on the internet. That's the worst. So if y'all doing the right thing, I applaud you young men. You know what I'm saying? Because these young ends, these YNs, I call them young nobodies. That's what my wife is.
Okay, I like that.
Young nobodies. It ain't young niggas, because the bitches is crazy too. They trying to follow the trend. You see what I'm saying? But they're young nobodies to me. And that's not an image that us as women raising our kids will want society to look at our babies as, especially when we know we doing our best. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud you men, you young kings, for even wanting change. But it ain't just got to start with y'all. It starts with the politicians, like the resources for y'all. So y'all won't be in these streets. You know what I'm saying? If they gave y'all jobs, counseling, a lot of this stuff is post-traumatic stress disorder that these babies are dealing with. So when we work on that, because they want us to be destructive, they make all this shit accessible for us, the switches, the guns. They ain't loading this shit in white neighborhoods. They putting it in our neighborhoods because they killing two birds with one stone. And it's going to take y'all. It's going to take you young men to realize y'all worth. And death in jail ain't it.
Sure.
So I applaud you men, you gentlemen, okay? You young kings. Y'all some young kings to me, okay? And y'all keep it up.
Like, when was the first time you knew it was real out here for you?
Shit, when I got shot at 13 the first time, shit, I knew it was tight on for sure.
You said the first time, so how many times you been hit up, bro?
Twice.
Twice?
Hell yeah.
So like, how did you cope with it at 13 versus coping with it now?
I don't know, I could say it was harder though when I was 13 because I was younger and I ain't really know too much of nothing for real. It was just basically a new brain.
Yeah.
So like, oh no, you know how that shit goes. It's hella thoughts, you got hella thoughts, you thinking of hella shit.
Mind racing.
Yeah, mind racing shit like that.
Man.
But
so did that affect the way you was in school and anything? Or,
hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to school, like we go to school and shit, we don't even participate, we just doing shit in that bitch, bro. Like,
dang. So did you finish high school?
No, I ain't finished high school.
Man.
I'm looking forward to finishing high school though, for sure. I'm gonna finish high school for sure.
So do you think it was more good memories here in Champaign or bad memories, be honest?
Probably good memories, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, good. Right now, it's been a lot of bad.
Yeah, right now it's been a lot of bad, but when I was younger, it's hella good memories. But since I really been hell no, it ain't no good memories.
So what's the biggest misconception of your neighborhood, bro?
What you mean by that?
Like, what's the biggest misunderstanding of your neighborhood?
Communication. Following a motherfucker, shit, really communication. Everybody need to communicate.
Wow. So do you think communication why a lot of the wars even started from the jump? Be honest.
You saying is that why it started?
Yeah, like.
Hell no. It's all hell no.
Where you think it went bad at for like your generation?
Yeah.
You say what, brother?
Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to be tough.
Everybody want to be killers. Everybody want to be shooters and
be extra listening to this music and let that shit put a battery pack on.
Dang. You feel like the music ever affected y'all in a way? It sent y'all off?
Hell no.
Sending me off nothing.
If I ever thought of doing something, I thought of myself. I ain't finna listen to no music
for the time
and get motivation from no music. I don't know. These streets fraud. I ain't gonna lie.
That shit new.
They got these streets. They got battery on these motherfuckers back full. I ain't gonna lie.
So I'm gonna ask you.
Wake up, put their battery pack on, charge their ass right up.
Y'all been in tune with Jeremiah?
Oh yeah.
We was just
with him a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's amazing how he recovered.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He recovered fast.
Fast, man.
I'm the mother of Jeremiah. He's still here with us, but unfortunately he was shot in the head on June 8th of this year. And it's been a rough road, but
yeah,
we here.
And he real sharp, baby. He remembered who my son was. And he say, my sister, baby daddy cried when your son died.
Wow.
Yeah. God
Wow.
is so good.
So what's some words of encouragement you would give him so he don't got to go down a wrong path, man?
Look, little brother little brother just gonna stay out the way, get some money. That's really my words to him, to stay out the way and get some money. Cause God got a plan for him for sure. Cause he ain't here for no reason. He ain't just survived that bullet for no reason. Yeah.
So, what's something you would have told your younger self growing up out here in Champaign so you could have dodged the streets?
Shit. Stay in school or moving or something like that.
But you know, you just said it was hard to focus in school after all that happened to you. So why would you say stay in school still?
Shit. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
You get what I'm saying? Because staying in school, that's easier said than done when you got certain situations.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. That's a good ass question.
I hear a lot of people say they need a change of environment. But like I try to tell some of the shorties, like I can't move you away. But what we can do is change your hours in the day. Because if we get you a job, then that's 4 to 8 hours you working. You gotta sleep 6 to 8 hours as well. If you're back in school, you're spending about 4 hours there. So you only got a couple hours for your lady. You know what I'm saying? So if you start moving different, you could duck all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get y'all employed as well, because we don't want nobody blowing you down in the drive-through. You know, so it's like, you know, it's a tight fight, but it's definitely opportunity to get away from.
It is. I ain't gonna lie. Going on. I take a lot of motherfuckers. We need them opportunities for sure. So all the youth.
So you remember when we went and sat down with the mayor?
Yeah.
Right. That door haven't closed. You know what I'm saying? Now he wasn't elected at the time. Now he is. So the resources still there. It's just how old are you? You 16 now or 17? 17 now. Right. I can get you in with the apprenticeship program.
Dang. So you only 17, bro? Wow. And you've been going through grown man stuff like this already, bro. Like you.
Yeah, since 13.
Man, so what's the biggest battle you face right now?
Losing my people, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think about that every day. Jail. Death in jail, for real. Death in jail.
Dang.
That's all I really think about. I ain't really, but motherfucker really trying to just keep my head on, get to the money for real. Cause phone them, but that definitely do hit my thoughts. Phone them. I think about better than phone them than my TT and shit like that.
Yeah. So you know you mind explaining the recent situation where you got like you know?
Like what happened to me?
Yeah.
Shit, I got shot in my leg. Really too much to say.
Shot you where?
I got shot in my leg. Man, that ain't nothing.
But like, can you explain what else happened? Like, you know, a lady got hit that day, all types
of
brother, man.
Yeah,
lady died. I was in the drunk when that shit happened.
A lady died, man, brother died, shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's like, I don't know, bro. That shit just got me speechless for real.
My name is Fenice, and my daughter is Denaja Dupree Staple. She was murdered on July 28, 2024. She just happened to be pulling up to a location where people were having a party, and there was people outside in the parking lot. As she walked up, a car pulled up with 3 guys. They got out shooting at an individual who was outside, and they hit her, and she was shot 3 times and died at the hospital. It's been a long road. It's been a little over a year, but it seems like it just happened yesterday. I'm still angry. I'm really not at a forgiving state at this moment, but I'm hoping to get there one day.
Say it again.
What's something you wish you could have done differently, even though, like, because innocent bystanders got hit up in that situation? Like, what's something you wish you could have done differently? Like, you know?
Only thing I can really say on that is shit not being out there.
For sure.
It's me and brother phone them have not even being out there at all. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, I ain't saying that in no incriminating way or nothing like that. I'm just saying,
I'm already knowing, but that's all I can really say though. Us not really.
If you had something better to do with your time.
Oh, we was in the trenches. We ain't had shit to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you had something better to do with your time, you wouldn't have been there.
No, we was not gonna be there at all. We wasn't doing nothing.
That's one of the biggest problems I see down here, because it's a lot for adults to do, but they don't really have nothing for the youth to do down here.
I don't know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, I ain't gonna lie. It's real fucked up right here, bro. It's Champaign fucked up.
Dang.
It ain't really how it used to be though. It used to be different. Everybody used to be outside. Everybody used to be outside kicking it.
You don't see nobody out walking no more.
It look like death, like literally, like, you know what I'm saying?
If you do, they ready.
Nobody but us.
It ain't no life.
Yeah, ain't nobody be out here.
You feel like, I gotta ask you this, you feel like people glorify the street life a little bit? Like, you think people glorify the street life like they enticed by it? Like they love it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, motherfuckers love this shit. Motfuckers like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Who, me?
Yeah, do you like the streets?
No, I wish.
Okay, how y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How you babies doing?
I wish I ain't never really. I wish I never even. I ain't gonna lie. I could have been a basketball player or something like that. But just my surroundings in the area and the environment I was in, I just chose a different way.
I could have been somewhere doing decent right now with the hooping, but that shit.
That's what we trying to create with Deshaun Williams, myself, and some other organizations, other avenues, because it's hard for you to say I choose the right way when you ain't been exposed to nothing but what you around every day. You know?
Right.
So,
absolutely.
We definitely trying to. We just be trying to stay out the way. We don't be on no bullshit. We don't be. We be cool and
figure out a plan.
Trying to figure out a plan at the end of the day.
Get the fuck on.
You feel like you ever gave up a little bit? Be honest.
Gave up on what?
Like, just like doing other things.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, you probably feel a little bit of doubting yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna.
You know, giving up.
You shouldn't. Ain't no give. You shouldn't give up though. Even if you feel doubt, but you should have that motherfucker butting them on the side of you. They should have that motivation in your ear to like keep going and keep pushing.
So pretty much surround yourself with good people so good outcomes can happen. 100%. So what's some motivational words you would give yourself if you see this 5 years from now? Like the most motivational thing you could tell yourself and to all your guys.
Shit, I don't know. Like, you gotta break that down to me. What you mean by
Come
that?
from the heart. Like if you seeing this 5 years from now, what's something you would want to hear to uplift you, to turn you up? Like it could be even tomorrow if you see this, to turn you up, turn you and your brothers up, you know?
Shit.
In a righteous way though.
The righteous way. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My head up right now. I don't know. For me, I ain't got nothing. I don't really know. 5 years from now, and what to tell ourselves, right?
Yeah. You gotta look that deep ahead.
I know. Hopefully they get better in 5 years.
No, for sure. Hopefully they get better in 5 years. But 5 years, I don't even want to be out here in 5 more years. I hope I'm going somewhere in Cali or somewhere.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
basically, hopefully within the 5 years, man, we come up with some type of resources for y'all to choose.
Where we at with it, man? Let me know, man. Where we at? Yes, sir.
The heart of Inglewood.
Yes, sir.
Everybody trying to make it and trying to come together.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's something you got to say to your daughter if she see it? Wait, no, that's...
I just lost my babies 2 months ago.
Oh, man.
2 months ago. The people they found in the lake, my daughter, my son, and my baby mama 2 weeks ago.
Well, may the Most High be pleased, bro, for real.
I appreciate that, man.
Man, shout out GC, man. You everywhere.
Y'all see the brother up there, man.
Yes, sir.
Big unity.
Big unity, for real, man. Live in Inglewood.
You know, we was right here, Victoria, right up the road. Carolina, remember when we was filming down there that day?
So you think it was more negative history growing up over here, or positive, bro?
Negative, for sure.
Wow.
So the area, I hate to even put it out there, but the nickname for the area was No Good. 63rd No Good, you know, but kind of lived up to that name after a while, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all different now, but it's a lot of damage that was done in the community, man, and brothers trying to right them wrongs now.
So rewriting the history of this area pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
For sure. What up, bro?
What's going on, my
Chilling,
brother?
man. How you doing, bro?
Man, great and yourself.
Good to see you, man. What's up, boy?
Great to see you, sir.
Chilling, man.
I knew that was you. I mean, you put them extra pounds on me.
I wish I was still here to get some potatoes ready for you.
I'm saying, feeding the neighborhood.
I thought that was a goddamn animal or something on top of that damn camera.
You need to bring it back, man.
Oh, man.
Man, bring it back. We here. Go on, bring it back.
I'm fighting a different fight now, bro.
Oh,
you know?
Man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I took care of the stomachs. We got to take care of these youth now. You know, we
right.
got to get them well seasoned, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just got to, you know,
That's what's up.
they ain't coming from no good upbringing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They ain't coming from no good upbringing.
Yeah,
But they wild right now.
Just
we
having
ain't come
some
up like that.
self-accountability. We done dropped the ball to a certain extent, so ain't nobody pick it back up but us.
Right, we got it back together.
No, for sure, for
I
sure.
love you, brother. Man,
Love,
you got a lot
bro.
of cars behind
For
you,
sure,
man.
I see. I love family.
Yes, sir. So, what's some positive words this brother Mark gave you before in life?
And hey, that he listened to me and did better than me.
Wow. You got anything to say, brother?
Oh, yeah. All praise the Most High, Yah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Inglewood.
Yes.
52nd and Carpenter.
Yeah.
It's been rough, but things getting better.
Absolutely.
I kind of told him about the situation that happened at the playground, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, a lot of death, destruction, but yeah, you know, neighborhood trying to heal. Everybody get killed here and there. Still some good people around here though.
Absolutely. So what you do to survive, bro?
I work, pray.
Nah, you can't get better than what you just said right there, yeah? Absolutely.
Work and pray, man.
Yeah.
Have hope.
Absolutely.
Yep.
This is an opportunity for them to see some guys from right here in Inglewood who went through it, and it wasn't about losing a buddy. You know, they was like brothers, so, you know, they cousins, but they brothers at the same time, you know. So if they got to a place of forgiveness and we was able to heal, then now we like brothers today, you know.
Yeah.
So just want to put that message out.
For sure. Man, I think they done shot and killed everybody. I don't even think there's nobody else left to shoot and kill no more. Can't do nothing but build something now, shit.
Got with me.
What's going on, man? My name is Alexander Heath, Champaign, Urbana area.
Yes, sir. So what this mean to you, family?
Man, I don't, past couple years, I'm not gonna go into details about anything. I don't want my son to relive that tragedy. But 3 years ago, my son, he was 12 years old. He got shot in the neck, now paralyzed. But after that whole ordeal, shit, my life done changed. It's just like now I'm cautious of where I go. I'm angry still sometimes, man, because my son can't walk.
Wow.
But it's still a blessing that he here. So I guess that's the main thing. But I still got anger in me because he was 12 years old. The ability of him to walk got taken away. My son had big dreams. So all this gun violence out here, man, they need to shut. Man, these kids need to find a new hobby or something, man. It ain't that no more.
100%.
Do you mind telling me like the events prior to the shooting, like as far as the practice?
Oh, yeah, my son wanted to play basketball and all that, coming from school, went to his mom's house, so he went out that night and, just caught a bullet and, so he's been paralyzed ever since.
Wow. Yeah. So how has that changed you as a father, like in your approach to fatherhood?
Talking about the situation hard, but, it's just like, you never want to see your child go through, what he's going through. Like, I think he spent like 3.5 months in St. Louis, and then, they took him up to Chicago to Shirley Ryan's for rehab, and, it was hard on him at first, but, now he a trooper, man. He back stronger than ever, man, so every day I pray, that he'll get back on his 2 feet, and get back to what he like to do, and that's play ball.
Yes, indeed. So what's your favorite thing about your son, you would say?
His heart. He a hard body, man. You know, he ain't gave up, and he ain't gonna give up. So, you know, that's my favorite thing about him, man. Through it all, you know, anybody would have gave up, but he ain't gave up, man. He's still in it.
Absolutely.
That's my champ right there. You know, he my MVP.
100%.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this. You know, as a father, I know I looked at my dad like a superhero. He couldn't do no wrong in my eyes, right?
Yeah.
So what's something you wish you could sharpen up on for him so he could do better than you?
You know, just stop letting, I move around too much. I try to work, you know what I'm saying, catch up on bills. You know, I wish I'd be there more for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in his life, you know, and it's just like, some things I just need to put down and be like, you know, I need to focus on, you know what I'm saying? That.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I remember you telling me that situation is kind of what brought you to working with Dream, right? Yeah, so we both work for the same organization. I work the HOPE program doing street outreach. And, what department are you in with Dream?
Operations, so, you know, I'm trying to make sure everything goes smooth. I'm under Drake.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, and you know, shout out to Tracy Dates with Dream as well, man, because he's doing a lot of amazing things with the kids and in the community and giving opportunity to brothers like ourselves to be our best selves as well.
100%.
So, you know, like you said, the reason I was glad that I got the opportunity to work for Dream is because, you know, I mentor these young cats, you know what I'm saying? I want to see them on the straight and narrow path, you know. I don't want to see them, you know, going down the wrong path, you know, and they growing up and the only thing they think they can do, you know what I'm saying, rob, steal, violence, you know, and all that. So, you know what I'm saying, if I'm putting something in their head like, man, you can be the next president or, you know, the next doctor or something, you know, trying to keep them out the streets, you know, and I'm glad, like you said, Tracy, man, a good man, you know, we taking them on trips and all that for they can see other things besides Champaign, Urbana, and the violence that's going on around here.
100%. So what do you think, like, incites the violence the most here?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Man.
It's like a chain reaction. It ain't stopped yet, you know?
Man.
That's how I see it.
You think it's gotten worse since you grew up here? Or?
Oh, yeah, man. The only thing we had to worry about was a fist fight after a party or something, or, you know, after school. And then you get right back on the basketball court, y'all back cool, man. But now, listen, man, when I was growing up, there wasn't no guns involved, just fists. I don't know where these guns coming from now, man. Straight up.
Man.
It done got worse.
So does it make it harder for you to raise your child because of the influences of the streets? Like I'm saying, speak from a perspective of fathers as a whole, not just like your
it make it real hard because, you know what I'm saying, you try to and put you know, guys in your child's life, but they go to school and they see little Jimmy over here doing this.
Yeah.
And they think that's the way to go. And then,
100%.
you know what I'm saying, and it makes them want to come back and be like, man, my dad ain't cool, my dad a lame, so they, you know, so yeah, it make it real hard. So, you know, sometimes some kids choose, you know what I'm saying, to follow, you know what I'm saying, other kids choose to do what their parents say, but, you know, you just don't know until the kids get old, and, you know.
Absolutely. So what's the message to all the fathers out here you want to give them?
Man, love your kids, man, straight up. Love your kids, man, be in their life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just, man, let them know every day you love them. My son's 20 years old. When I get off the phone with him, I tell him I love him.
100%.
I tell all my kids that.
Hi, and I'm Sheena, Lashina, affectionately known to the world as Momma Duck. And I lost 2 of my kids to this senseless gun violence. July 17, 2017. My oldest son and my cousin were murdered at the same time. Before then, I lost their sister in a fire. She was 3. So in 2020, I lost Carlton, affectionately known to the world as FBG Duck. Senseless. That I want revenge? No. Because I couldn't imagine another mother in my shoes.
That was my thought process.
So it was like, I would not even on my worst enemy inflict or knowingly want to inflict that type of pain on another mom. And I get you on the forgiving part. I felt that. But that is one of my grieving mechanisms, okay? And for a person who has forgiven everybody that was involved in the demise of my son, because I know I have 18 grandbabies to raise. I have 3 of my children, 8 of my grandkids without their siblings. So it's like, I gotta be there for them. And I can't just stop hating somebody, knowing how God works. You understand me? And I pray. Because you don't forgive people for them. You got to do it for you. That's the only way. And your baby will want you to. Okay, but it's on your time, baby. That's just a word, some words of encouragement. Because people don't know how much power it takes to forgive somebody that wrongfully hurt you. And the more I forgive people, because I know how God works. And I just thank God for forgiving me for every sin that I ever did, because I'm still a work in progress. It helps. You got to just deep down in your soul, like, I'm not trying to tell you how to process, but word from experience, forgiveness will get you through this storm. You don't want to hold that hate and resentment, because it will definitely leave you stuck. And even though my daughter at 14 died from a fire, she was only 3 years old. And I had twins. So when I'm still dealing with one who remembers, who knows, she's 15 now. She's doing good. I got in therapy. Like, I don't want none of this stuff to stagnate her growth, because she want to play for the WNBA. So I'm trying to teach her to use this tragedy and triumph from it. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? This baby just sparked something in me, because when I think about how my son was laid out on the ground for 17 minutes, and because of his image, they allowed him to die. Got his autopsy, none of the injuries, 17 bullets, neck came out his ear, shot his finger off. Like, he sustained all that trauma and still had life in him. And they ignored it. So it's like they wanted him to die. He didn't die quick enough for them. You see what I'm saying? All because of an image.
And I had to tell you, so I was on the other side of this situation from you guys when I was 18.
On the other side too.
When I was 18, I ended up catching a murder, but it was, rude self-defense. Self-defense, and I was kind of trapped in that mindset for the years after, until the family forgave me. I didn't know I needed that, but when they forgave me, it was like something was lifted off of me, to where I was able to make the decision to do better, do different, and that's what helped me to start the change in my life. Yeah, forgiveness is everything. And they feel better. I feel better. Everybody was healed in that situation. I know, you know, they still think about a young man, and I even think about him. I used to call one of the cousins and ask him, like, man, did he have kids? And so I wanted to try to help provide. But then when they told me he didn't have kids, it hurt even more because I was raising my kids and he didn't have an opportunity to even have any. So, you know, either way it go, it was still hurtful, you know. But forgiveness was definitely the healing process.
Wow. And it's fresh.
And with me, I just, my baby had so much joy and promise. She wasn't in the streets. She just graduated from high school. And I mean, she just wanted to be an 18-year-old and have fun. I mean, she was going to school to be a nurse. She was about to go to college. She was 18 all of a couple months before she was taken. It's just so hard because these people aren't remorseful. They don't have the murderers that killed my child.
They haven't caught them?
They have one boy in custody who pled guilty to 25 years for 2 murders. And it's like, you know, in the case of, you know, she ain't high profile. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't talk about it. But see, that's another thing. Right now to this day, it's been 5 years since my son been gone. And because of my voice, it's like he just left here yesterday. Like, we have to be the voice. We have to get the justice. We have to be the voice for the unspoken, y'all. And it takes a lot of courage. And it takes a lot of strength to want to do. It's exhausting. It's tiresome. It's like, but you just pray God give you the strength. Especially you just said all that beautiful stuff about your child, baby. That shouldn't go unnoticed. When you speak of her, you speak that. We don't want to too much talk about the tragedy. We want to speak the life that our babies had. You know, it hurt. I feel you, and that's why I feel like the politicians and everybody that can help us, mothers, because they make everything so accessible for these babies to get to. So it don't just start with us. We're just the puppets, and they're the puppet masters. They're using us to, and I was just saying that in the documentary, like, these babies want better. You know what I'm saying? They want to do better, but some of them are just have no other choice. They doing it for clout. They doing it for a name, and it's senseless. It's senseless.
I understand what y'all going through right now, you know, so I can't never tell you do right, come away from this if we don't have something to replace it. So that's my goal, to create something that'll be a way out for y'all other than the norms, rapping and basketball, you know what I'm saying? Something that y'all can learn who you are and be more productive than what God blessed you with, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I could have just, I don't know. But like I said,
a lot of shit I wish I could have did.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit I wish I could have did. For real. I wish I could have did a lot of shit. I said I could have really put my mind to it.
Man, you could still do. You could do whatever you still wanted. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, it's like you gotta stop saying I wish I could have and say I can do. You know, and I will do. Like, you know, it just take time, just baby steps with all this though. You know, for sure.
Yeah, baby steps for sure. But me and Foden, we just gonna trust the process. At the end of the day, trust the process and let this shit come. Let this shit come and hope we make it out. We gonna make it out though.
9 times out of 10, a lot of the children that's in the streets are fatherless children, right? So what's some words you would give them? Because, you know, they say it take a village to raise a child, and sometimes we might have to step up as father figures in their lives. Like, so what's something you would say? Both of y'all can speak on this.
Well, that's why I do what I do. Because my son, he may have tried to take a turn for the worse during the 2 years I was incarcerated. And when I came home and got him under my roof, I didn't discipline him into doing right, but I was there to help structure, you know, help put structure in his life and show him both sides.
100%.
So he consciously made the choice to do right, you know. And then my example, I was doing right, you know. So he was influenced by me, but he made his own choices, and I'm extremely proud of.
Absolutely.
The advice I give, you know, say the young cat, man, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't had your father around, man, it's all types of programs around here, you know, find you a big brother, an OG that have been through it all, that got their life together, you know.
A real OG, because
these new OGs, man, they ain't, excuse my language, but they ain't shit, man.
100%.
Straight up, man. You know, fun, you know, saying like my man Mark right here, like he said, you know, turn your life around, man. You know, he out here every day, you know what I'm saying? He really out here for the streets trying to get these cats, you know what I'm saying, back in order, you know what I'm saying? Put some structure in their life,
So I got one last question, because you did say find a big brother, find an OG. A lot of the times, they go on a false leadership, false big brothers, and them the ones putting the pipes in their hands. That's what one of the mothers said right in the space we were just in. So what's something you would tell them so they can know the difference between somebody that's really for them and who's really not, and just enabling them to be a part of the same program they own?
You know, like you said, don't, you know, they putting the title on OG with anything. You know, I might have used that wrong, but to me, my OGs is, you know, the ones I know that's legit. They ain't out here false flagging, trying to get, you know. And it's probably hard to find one that, you know, nowadays, but.
You know, honestly, kids know better than we know who real and fake. They know how to distinguish. That's something God gave them discernment to figure out if somebody is shiesty or whatever. So
100%.
A lot of the kids, they know. That's why I have such a great rapport with the youth I deal with, because they know I'm genuinely there for them, and I've been on that side of the fence. So a lot of the guys, a lot of the kids that's taking opportunity with the wrong OGs is because they don't have access to the resources or have yet to meet the resources, and they you know, just need to belong. They don't have the structured men in their life, so they take to whatever structure they could get, and some of us, a lot of us on the negative aspect.
100%. So how do we change it to a positive?
Man, continue day by day to do what we're doing.
Get out in the streets and be soldiers.
Be a part of, be a part of the that day to day.
And one thing I know out of, you know, with the Hope program that Mark in, you know, I've been to a couple of their events and helped out. They really out there putting that, you know, putting that word out in the streets. They really, you know, walking around the projects and all that.
And one of the main things, every youth I've encountered, they would tell you, I'm a man of my word, and I'm always available for them. If I'm out of town, I can't help that. But if they call and need me in any way, I try my best to be there for them. And so we just need more men that's like-minded, that love their own, and to love on these like that their own.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all, family.
For sure, man. I appreciate you.
See, patience is a virtue. And if it's no problem, I would like to keep in touch with you and just, you know, because I would like you women, to be a part of my Mothers of Peace Foundation. And I think y'all voices, especially you, because your baby is here to tell the story. You know, he here to tell this baby he just sparked something in me. You don't even know.
Seeing how strong he was.
Because even when my baby, I would have took him in a wheelchair, I would have changed his diet, I would have did everything wanted to do besides being him, because he has so much life in him.
My name is Shalonda Weatherall. My son is Rashad Weatherall. He was killed October the 4th of 2022. His killers was never caught, but I have faith that eventually it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So, man, ask you this: what was the greatest thing about your son?
My son, it was a lot. But his smile.
And look how she smiled when he said
that smile of
It
his.
just came out of her.
Everybody knew him with that smile because he was always showing them teeth. He was very respectful. Even when he was in grade school, I would get calls from the teachers saying how he would hold the door open for the teachers. And this is grade school, so, you know, and it just followed him on. He was not in the streets, never have been in the streets. All he did was play his video games and be with his girlfriend, and just happened to be standing out there. The wrong place, wrong time. I'm just going to say it had to be wrong place, wrong time, because he wasn't into anything, not with the streets at all.
Wow.
Real good dude.
Yes, my baby was a good person.
Real good dude.
Wow.
How old was
He was 25. Did not have any kids, so I was robbed of that.
Yes. Was he your only son?
My only son. I have a daughter who's in her last year of college, but that was my only son.
So I got a question for all y'all. We can go down the line. What's the message to the mothers that still have their son? Like, what's something you would tell them?
I would tell them to cherish their sons mainly, because, and cherish your daughters too, but
Yeah, that's what I
sons,
meant, everybody.
sons are, you know, if you go biblical, the man is the head. So, you know, if you raise them to be good men, that's what's going to count.
100%.
Because they're going to carry that on.
Absolutely. What would you say?
Well, as a mother, as a teenager who's been a mother since she was 15 years old, I didn't know what I was getting into, but I'm glad that I had the type of grandmother that I had, which was my kids' great-grandmother. She raised them. She instilled a lot of values in them, me too as well. Gifts. Our babies are gifts, and they all serve a purpose in this world.
Yes.
So once their purpose is served, you say you ain't got justice, baby, you're gonna get it. As far as you know, you could have got street justice. I don't know how much you know about your case or what's going on, but even street justice don't fix it. It don't. It never makes it right.
No, it does not.
It wouldn't feel right.
Never makes it right. Because I couldn't imagine us ladies, like, I couldn't imagine. Because I know your heart shattered. I know your heart shattered. I know your heart shattered. To bury 5 kids in a lifetime, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But God made me fruitful for a reason.
With me, it's just so hard, just like how, you know, when you're talking to the moms and you refer to your sons, you know, and most people assume when I'm in this group, I have a son that was killed. And I was always so worried about, I have one son, and I adopted my 2 nephews. And their mother was killed in 2021 to gun violence. And it's like, how do you let your daughter get killed? And she wasn't in the streets, and so it's just hard. I don't feel so out of place, because, like, I just don't understand. Not that I wish any death on any mother, boy, girl, or whatever, but it's just like when we had the gala, I mean, just not that I want any other mother of a daughter to be there, but I don't know what to tell a mother, because I felt like, you know, I sheltered my kids, and maybe that was the wrong thing to do, because, you know, when they get older, and my daughter wasn't like fast, she wasn't in the streets, and she always asked me, because she
productive member of society, baby. Amount of them be the ones. I hate to see it.
And it's like, and then I hear this, somebody put on when they had her in the news, well, what you going to pop-up parties for? People just so insensitive, and it's like,
baby, don't you pay no attention to that internet. Don't you dare. If it's therapy, stay off of it. Because, baby, you dealing with some evil entities.
And I know you
behind them keyboards, girl. If I allow the internet to consume me, I'll be washed up. Because they gonna judge you. You being judged by people who probably ain't even got no fingers. They texting with their toes, but they gonna tell you what's wrong in your life.
And I had like somebody I know was like, well, that's why my kid can't go no party. I didn't allow my child to go to the party.
Right,
It could be anywhere.
Babies could be
anywhere. I got shot at work.
You say
My son was at home.
Right.
You say you got shot at work?
Yeah. I got shot at work. I used to work at Mach 1 gas station.
Wow.
And where that's at?
On Bloomington Road.
See, I don't know nothing. I'm a visitor here. Our generation of men are lost, but it's gonna take the woman. The woman. We are the backbone to all this stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of moms out here who either want better, can't even handle their own babies. You know what I'm saying? Give up on them. They feel like my mama gave up on me. Shoot, I don't got no care. No, I don't care. Shoot, my mama don't care about me. You think I care?
I wanted to add something. I don't know if it was mentioned when I left, but her son was killed in the same place that he was shot.
Wow.
At the same time?
No.
Oh.
Different. Same apartment complex.
Was that the one where we were at?
Yeah.
In them little houses where all them where we
No, the one we rode past when I was showing you that. Yeah.
But not where we were stopping young men there.
No.
But
there was another young man killed over there.
Yeah,
earlier this year.
And several shots.
His shooter in jail.
How old was he?
27.
Knucklehead, no better. No better. These babies, these kids, at that point you should know better. See, they giving all these babies, these 12 and 13 and 14-year-old kids. I say the baby no bigger than him with a gun so big, and I say, why do you got that gun? Yeah, OG, you know, it's the, you know, you got to protect yourself. And they more about, they really more about protecting themselves.
The big homies.
They're going to jail. They're going, he probably sold enough waters to buy it himself. I wouldn't put it past them, but this is what these feel. These babies feel if they ain't got no gun, they ain't nobody.
That's great.
You want to introduce yourself, Charmaine?
Hi, I'm Charmaine. My son was killed due to gun violence June 19, 22.
Speak on his name.
Prentice Jackson. He go by Little Top. That was just something he made up on his own. The person got 20 years. I don't know. It just be hard to even talk about it, but it's very painful. It altered our life. Like, we not the same. And I have another child that's 18, trying to keep him out the way or falling victim to the same thing. But I mean, in Champaign, it's hard. It's hard. All of us, I mean, it might not be the same thing, but all the mothers, we are experiencing the same pain.
Same heartbreak. And that's what makes us equivalent. That's what makes us, that we have went through the same hardship. Every woman at this table either almost lost a child in her body or done lost a child. So that should automatically bring us together.
Forgiveness for me is, I know eventually I have to forgive because I'm a child of God, so I know I do, but I mean, I'm still angry. I'm human. One day, maybe. Honestly, like, I don't want to see our black kids going to jail and this is where they end up at. I wish it could have been stopped and been saved. Like, I didn't have to lose my child and he didn't have to go to jail because we better than it.
And
But
ain't
we
nobody
killing each
with
other.
us here.
It's
We
like,
all lost. We all lost.
the parents, don't reach out to one another. Like, if I find out something or I know something, we all know each other. We all done grew up here. Everybody is acquainted with everybody. But nobody is saying anything. So then we have this where our kids are at each other and we end up in gun violence, shooting at each other. Like, it's just sad. It's really sad.
You know, it's sad to hear that your sisters feel like you don't have strong men, but you know, I know your husband. I know you have a great support system, and but you got brothers like Sean and myself, and there's many more that are out here standing with and for y'all. You know, I've been knowing you a little while. You know my relationship with your son, and Charnel, I've been knowing for years. Prentice stayed in my house so much, I could say I helped bring them up, you know, and, you know, that was a loss for me as well. You know, I didn't know your daughter personally, but still affected by your loss as well. And so anything that I can do to be there for you, I'm here. And I'm quite sure the brother is as well.
I appreciate that. And
I'm not leaving you out because I've been knowing you guys for years, you know, and I remember your son.
He does have a beautiful smile.
Yeah,
That's your baby.
good kid, was out the way, taking care of his business, you know, so.
I understand, but that's usually who God can get. Because some of these babies is just too good for this world. And they purpose, and their purpose is for us to continue their name on and make sure their legacy don't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? And I sit and think like, why do God ain't in a rush to take all these evil people up out of here? Why is it always the good ones? They gotta go.
Sean, I wanted that. When and what made you start your foundation?
So, actually just kind of give you some backdrop. You know, I started out when I moved back to Champaign, and I opened up a barber shop on the north end of town, and the Whip. And I used to have a lot of grandmothers used to drop a lot of these kids off to me to take care of these kids. And unfortunately, I got into the funeral home business, and I probably done buried probably 50 of the babies that I used to grow up and give them their first haircut, just in our community alone. And so, first, my heart goes out to all the ladies that have lost their kids to gun violence and across the country. Momma Duck, I actually watched a video on your son when that happened in Chicago, because I used to own a club, so I had to find out what was actually going on in the minds of our young folks, and not just judge them, but actually be able to kind of get at their level to understand what they're going through, right? And so, so listen to the story. I'm kind of. We started our foundation. Bonnie Miller, her son got killed. She came to my office and she wanted to do something about the gun violence that was impacting our community, and she wanted to know how could she do it. And we started A Cry for You. We started over 2 years ago. So we meet every Tuesday night. So we got a meeting actually after this meeting with the mothers in our community that lost their kids to gun violence, and Shalonda and Denise. They're part of it, part of our group. We just had a gala that we're just coming off of a week ago, about 2 weeks ago, and just trying to, you know, come up with conscious ways to be able to help them through the grieving process. You know, it's not easy, some of these conversations, but we have been able to bring mothers together, because only a mother understands the loss of a mother. And so, and I know you ladies run the household. My thoughts of it, I was tired of going to meeting after meeting after meeting with city, with states attorneys, with senators, and all of these people that are really not listening to me, from me and from the hood, telling them what the solution is to gun violence. And they are studied just revisiting gun violence to be able to just have another meeting to talk about some more gun violence while we're the ones reaping all of the carnage of it, right? And so there's not amount of governmental funds that you can give us or any of that stuff. Because you ladies are the ones that go to the cemetery and visit the graves. Shalana just came off her son's anniversary of passing, and I seen some of her, videos and pictures of her at the cemetery. Denise, I know she goes to the cemetery on a regular basis. And so I ran for Champaign County Coroner because I wanted to get to the bottom of gun violence and be able to elected officials, connect with other elected officials to be able to address gun violence in a different way. They don't see the value in African American people like that. They only monetize us, right? And so my thoughts is, and I'm gonna say it on this documentary, my thoughts is this. Momma Duck, for being your son being into that music industry and his assailants being in that music industry. I was just over at the school with the kids in June working with May before school got out working with some kids. And I told them, I said, when I first met you guys, most of you guys said you wanted to be in the NFL, or you want to be in the NBA, or you want to be a rapper. But most of you guys aren't even on the team and you don't practice. So you want to be a rapper to get out the hood. And they know you want to get out the hood. They set this system up for you to be in the hood. So what they do to us, I told him, I said, what's your name? He said, Kenyatta. I said, what's your name? He said, Marcus. I said, Marcus Kenyatta. Y'all rap, and I know y'all rap. And I said, and Kenyatta, you talk about Marcus, and Marcus, you talk about Kenyatta. So one of the things that I understand from being from, and I'm portraying myself to be from the record industry. I'm gonna give y'all a contract. I said that y'all know 220 rappers got killed already this year, and we ain't even in the month of June. I said, so what they'll do is they'll get that $10 million contract, and then they'll get a write-up, $10 million life insurance policy called key person life insurance. The money doesn't necessarily have to go to the family. It goes back to me to replace the person and the artist I just lost. So then once that person get killed, we move on to the next one. And the next one, I said, I want you guys to pull out your calculator and add up 10 million times 220, and you tell me who won. It ain't the black community. We losing. We losing our people. They're steady going on their own islands. And that's one entity. But there's so many other entities that get paid off of the stuff that's happening to us in the black community. And we're steady trying to grab groups together to be able to heal off them benefiting off of our people. And at some point it has to stop. We got to be able to say, hey, enough is enough. And we got to come together to be able to say enough is enough. There's mothers across this country. I watched YouTube videos, so many YouTube videos of mothers. I looked at hundreds and hundreds of names that people done forgot about. You guys had the courage to say, I'm going to keep my loved one living. There's so many people that don't even have that courage to even say that. To even say that. And I think that you mothers have been robbed. And we got to stand up to these record industries. We got to stand up to this gaming industry, these social media industries, and say, man, enough is enough. Man, slow it down. Pump your brakes. Ain't y'all got enough money off our people? But we don't got the legislators to be able to stand up and push that. Because when I talk to these people, they say, well, that's too big of an industry for us to attack. But what I was so happy about was when you stood up and you said, they're not going to do this to my son. And so the attorneys and the law firm that you selected, and that attorney to be able to go up against that bigger entity and say, hey, look, I'm going to represent this family. And we need more people like that across the country to stand up against those folks.
You want to close out with anything, family?
Well, just want to once again offer my condolences to all of you guys. Genuinely care about you and your losses, and just want you to know, like I said before, there are some men that's here for y'all, and some that are trying to help raise the kids that are not even ours, so we just have to start from here and build out, but we in this fight together, y'all, not by yourselves. For sure.
We had put another organization together, man, called One Inglewood United. So our thing was to bring everybody together, like guys from different tribes, not just that, but all the different organizations in the Inglewood, like
just show you one of the spots where KD used to do a lot of events, giving back to the shorties and just pouring into the community. Right here, this basketball court right here. So, and he had this for many, many years, man. He can give you more history on it than I can.
Let's say, be your higher self. Can't get better than that, you hear me?
Yeah, so you see that bridge in the gap?
Uh-huh.
That's another one of the organizations. His son, actually, Lil KD, he started the bridge in the gap with his dad.
Wow.
Yeah,
so they really doing good work. You said his son doing it. So that should show you that he's following a great example. Well, he's giving a great example.
Exactly.
So before we close out, what's the message to the people that got to grow up on these same blocks you grew up on?
Well, the thing is, man, you know, it's not just us. We got to keep in mind this all was by design. So you can't be mad at no one for learning how to survive in the environment that they created.
Yeah.
So they created a situation, then they exploit it. So, like I said, I'm a firm believer in. I don't believe in, oh, I was part of the problem, so I want to be part of the solution. No, I learned how to navigate the situation that I was brought up in. So I was never part of the problem. This was already going before I jumped off the porch. Now, not to say we didn't add to some things, but I don't feel like we was part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? So we can get off into why the housing, education, and all that. That's a whole nother conversation. But right now, to these shorties, you know what I'm saying? When it became the thing to do, that's when it got real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's like I told them, over time, and it's inevitable. You're either gonna change your life, go to jail, and some of them gonna die. And it's just a reality. But we can try to do the best we can to keep them from going them last two routes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once it becomes the thing to do, we can talk to them as much as we can, but we just can't talk to you about something. We got to have something to show you.
100%.
So our thing is, man, we can just about what me and him going through, them hearing this story, we can show them that, yeah, it's something on the other side for real. And a lot of times you don't have to go through what you're going through, man. So, yeah.
Absolutely. What you got to say to your younger self?
Oh, man. To my younger self?
So your younger self, growing up on these blocks, what you would have told yourself?
I'm just thankful you listened. To brothers like Caddy, you know, even TJ, you know. Thankful to brothers like that. And even my big brother, we were similar in character, but KG was one of a kind, man. So he didn't want this life for me either, but he was my influence to a certain extent, you know. But I would just tell myself, man, I'm glad you listened, you know.
Absolutely.
Look, listen, and learn.
Absolutely. So do y'all tell each other y'all love each other?
Oh, for sure.
So can we get it on camera before we close out?
For life, brother, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Always, man.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way it's gonna work. Yeah.
I be going through stuff, man. I call him 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, man. We talk for hours, and you know, not to get into anything I was going through, but you know, I done had a couple hard times in the last few years where I had to depend on him, because my brother been dead about 5 years now. It was just me and my brother, so you know, I'm blessed to inherit another big brother.
For sure. Because one thing we know, love make you kin, but loyalty make you family.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I can tell you I mess with you, but I'm gonna show you how I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So, and we show each other that. So we know our loyalty. We know where our loyalty lies. You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Like I said again, y'all about to save millions of lives. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but in the future, somebody gonna hear this and they could change their world and they could change the next, and then so on and so on.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Just like how the cycle started, this how it can end, the same exact way. What you say, OG?
I say, the man comes up and want to know who we are. We know that it is 4 bodies. Everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. You know who they are, right? This is a story about 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. It was an important job that needed to be done. Everybody was sure somebody would do it.
Okay.
Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. So it ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what everybody could have done. Peace.
Wow, he just broke that down different, man. We live in Inglewood, man.
For real.
For real. What'd you say? He say for real.
For real.
Yes,
You
sir.
right here at it. This headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is headquarters for real.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be the shot heard around the world because of you. I'm glad to be in it, man. What y'all doing? Yeah, we needed this here. Thank you all.